Good morning and welcome to the NVC Relationship series. Today I'm going to cover something that is incredibly dear to my heart, and that is 5 critical elements before engaging in difficult conversations. And this was one of the most profound pieces for me in the beginning, because before my NVC skills were developed, or when they were still young, I found that I would bring intense energy or urgent energy or attached energy to conversations, and it often would amplify the levels of separation or stress or anxiety. And when I was able to adopt all 5 of these pieces, it revolutionized the way I connected with people. And step 1 is nourishment. And I found often that I would engage in conversations, especially when my blood sugar was low, or when I felt a lack of connectedness. So taking a moment for me to have a warm cup of coffee or an apple or a bite to eat, making sure my blood sugar is up and I feel grounded and nourished, was really, really, really the most important step for me in the beginning, is just getting calm and feeling nourished. Step 2 was increasing clarity. And I used the tool Grok. I still use it today. And I would get out the game deck and go through and increase clarity as far as my needs and feelings, because I would often confuse in the beginning strategies with needs, and really digging deep to get clear on what those were. But the next step was to turn the tables and put myself in the other human situation. And this is most important, or more important, the more difficult the conversation or the topic is. But I would put myself in their situation and go through the same deck and imagine, feel into what they must be feeling, and curiously explore what their unmet needs might be. Which leads to step 3, which is expanding my compassion to what situation they are in now, and to what it must be like to walk in their shoes. Also to expand connection, and how valuable is this relationship to me? Is this topic that we're about to discuss more important than the relationship itself? How do those things compare? How much interaction and connection and depth have we explored in this relationship thus far? And what's its worth? And then expanding empathy for where they're at and what they're going through, and what tensions they might bring into this conversation. And then lastly, expanding my curiosity. And that simply was giving voice to the very frequent occurrence of me having a limited perspective, and me missing pieces of the puzzle, and there being pieces that I don't see, or I don't feel, or I don't understand yet. And I found that if I can really be curious, and I can really be empathetic, and I can really be grounded and nourished, there are very few things that they can say that pull me out of that space. And so to the extent that I can do these things before a conversation, it paves the way for my capacity to really hear deeply and really be present for their situation, which I've found to be a cornerstone in healing. And then the last piece is intention. What's my real goal in this conversation? Is it to create a strategy together? Is it to set a boundary? Is it to be seen and heard? Or is it to hear and see them and create safe space for just increased connectedness? And do I have the capacity to hold space for differing opinions and thoughts and feelings? So, hope that helps you. I look forward to hearing how this goes in the comments. Thank you so much.